So welcome everyone to our webinar. Um, 3, 2, 1, go. So welcome everyone. I am Vidit Ghulam. I'm a senior consultant working with Cloudfronts Technologies. I'm a senior consultant in Dynamics 365. Oh my God, no. 3, 2, 1, go. So welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. No. 3, 2, 1, go. Um, Welcome everyone. I am Vidit Ghulam. I work with Cloudfronts Technologies. I'm a senior consultant in Dynamics 365 CRM Power Platform and Azure. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I'm a Dynamics 365 sales functional consultant, a Power Platform solution architect, and a Power Platform developer. For our today's webinar, we are going to talk about sales to billing automation with project operations. This is going to be a 4-part series wherein we'll be covering how to set up project operations to run your project services, sales to billing cycle in project operations, managing time and expense entries and approvals in project operations, and finally some automations, some reminders using Power Automate with project operations. So this is the series 1 uh, of our this is the topic 1 of our series. So let's begin with setting up your project operations. So to set up project operations comes with two types of deployments, a light deployment and a full deployment. So for whom is this light deployment focused to? It is focused for organizations that primarily focus on project-based sales or resource management requirements, who are not uh, looking for more financial depth. So what features does a light deployment covers? Some of them are listed in the presentation. So project sales, quotations, contracting, project planning, everything that revolves around project, and typically that goes towards pro forma invoicing without any in-depth project relate or any in-depth financial information. Light deployment is for those organizations. Project operations full deployment. Project operation full deployment is an end-to-end project management deployment that comes with supply chain capabilities, since it also integrates with finance and operations, Microsoft Dynamics finance and operations. So project operation full deployment covers all the features that are there with the light deployment. With that, it also gives advanced revenue recognitions, financial reportings on the F&O side, some advanced financial integrations with supply chain platforms. Uh, as I already mentioned, deeper ERP functionalities of Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, and advanced contract management, all the features that Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations uh, uh, offers. Project operations full deployment uh, works together with all of those features. So for this demo and for our sales to billing automation, we'll be focusing completely on project operations light deployment. We will make another series that covers or that focuses more on a full deployment. So to begin with our light deployment, our first step is to create organization units. So what are organization units? Organization units are nothing but business divisions within a company that manage financial aspects of projects uh, that affect the bill rates, the sales rate based on the project that is going on for that specific business unit. Uh, to consider a scenario, let's say a global IT consulting firm, XYZ Consulting, has different financial rules. Let's say US based consulting work on a project requires North American consulting rates. India based consulting unit or a business unit requires APAC consulting rates. So typically these organizations will have different organization units, one for US, one for India, one for Europe, so on and so forth. So that's about organization units. We will see each and every aspects of these setups in a demo. Let me just take you through slides one by one. So the second part is to set up roles. So what are roles? Roles are nothing but job functions or job uh, functionalities uh, and bill rates of resources. Typically, a consultant, a developer, a project manager, a tester are defined as roles within project operations. These roles will be associated with your resources. These roles will be associated with your cost and sales related aspects within uh, your project operations. So, what are some features that roles provide in project operations? So, standardized resource assignments ensures each team member is assigned to a specific function. Like I mentioned, a consultant, a developer. Defines billing and cost rates. Roles are linked to price lists. So, again, your price lists meaning a cost and your sales factor within your organization. Uh, these are roles that we'll have to set up. Next part is price list. So, like I mentioned in the role section, price lists are nothing but the price and the cost factors that are affecting your project transactions, such as time entry, expense entry, material entry. They are calculated basically your project budgets, customer billing, and internal costs. So, project operation typically has two types of price lists, a cost price list and a sales price list. Cost price list defines the internal costs that are incurred to your organization. uh, Operational expenses, you can say. So how much does a consultant or how much does a developer cost to me, uh, to your organization? That is defined by a cost price list, and all the financial reporting around costs, all your cost actuals, all of your cost related uh, f- uh, entries are associated with your cost price list. Similarly, a sales price list is nothing but the cost you are charging, or the sales uh, the money you are charging your customer. So a sales price list is nothing but your billing rates, how much the customer is being invoiced, how much the customer is being charged for a specific role or for a specific resource. Those factors are determined by your sales price list within project operations. As the table in the PowerPoint presentation indicates, a consultant costs $50 per hour to a company. That is the cost or the cost price list factor for that consultant. The sales price list for, or the sales price for that consultant to the customer is 150 hours. So all of these factors, or all of these parameters can be defined within your cost and sales price list in your project operations. The next is categories or transaction categories per se. A transaction category is nothing but a classification of your transactions. So transactions meaning your time entries, your expense entries, your fees. So like examples that are being shown on the presentation. So you can have a transaction category named labor for your time entries, a transaction category, let's say travel, food, um, company expense, electronic devices, etc. for your expenses like monitors, computers, flights, hotels, etc. Materials, again, materials can be a transaction category for your goods purchased or the services or the goods that you're providing, products that you're providing uh, to your customers. Um that is about transaction categories. Moving on, expense categories. So expense categories are specific to expenses. They are a child or a subset of your transaction categories. So like we mentioned, we can have a transaction category called travel, and we can have expense categories, let's say airfare, or mileage, or car rental, etc., etc. Hotel stay is also a part of a travel expense. So you can have uh, transaction categories, and further those transaction categories can be subcategorized into your expense categories, material categories, or your labor and other time related aspects within your projects. The next part, we will be moving on to the demo. If you already have a project operations or a Dynamics 365 tenant, you can directly create a new environment. You can choose a name, let's say trial, let's say project operations trial. Um, you can select your region based on where you want your tenant or your environment to be based in. Uh, it will be defaulted to United States. You can choose India, you can choose Europe, any region you aim to. Um, since you are deploying this for the first time, or since this has been configured for the first time, it will be a sandbox environment, but you have options to choose between a developer, a production, or a trial environment. Uh, Production environment will be typically the scenario where you are migrating from, let's say, any on-prem system or any other system into a new environment, and you need to just basically set up a few things within your project operations and then migrate your data. In that case, you can create a production environment, but uh, in ideal development or in ideal terms, you should create a sandbox environment. Later, you can create a production environment and transfer all of your data um, into that production environment. Add a data storage. Yes, you will click this to yes. Click on next. Choose a currency. The currency that you will choose here will be the base currency for all of your financial transactions within your project operations deployment. Choose a security group. Um, I missed mentioning that this demo is taken into consideration that you are already using M365, as you already have M365 licenses. So all of I'll be using some M365 terms into these demo. So this is nothing but an M365 security group. You can select none if you don't have any. You can choose a URL. This is basically a domain name. You can add your company domain name. Let's say in my case, it will be Cloudfronts UAT, something like this. And click on enable apps. Once you enable apps, you will have a drop down menu here. You can select project operations here. If you want, you can also install some other apps like customer service, field service, not field service, customer service, sales enterprise, or any sales related applications. But since it is a project operations deployment, we will select project operations. Once you are done, just click save. It would take 10-15 minutes for your environment to get configured. Once it is configured, you will have your project operations sandbox environment up and running. If you don't have any tenant, any Microsoft Dynamics 365 tenants, you are completely new to Microsoft Dynamics 365, you can always create a free trial. Just go to Dynamics 365 free trials or trials.dynamics.com. You will have all of the services, all of the modules that are there in Dynamics 365. Just search for project operations, click on free trial. You'll be redirected to a sign up page or the details page. Just fill in all your company, all your details. Click on next. You will be redirected to this Power Platform Admin Center, and a trial environment will be up and ready for you um, to be used. So you can start using project operations in either ways. Either you have uh, an existing environment, or you can create a trial environment. Once your environment is ready, once you have configured the environment, uh, just open that environment, click on users, and you need to add users or resources that will be using this project operations environment. So these users are nothing but users from your uh, M365. These will require a project operations light license. Uh, all of the licensing details, or I will put a link to the licensing details of project operation full and project operation light deployments. You can go through that document for any licensing details, or feel free to comment down on this video. We are happy to help. You can add your resources. Just click on, just search for any user, click on the resource and click add. Once you click add, you need to select the resource and assign security roles to the resource. A security role is nothing but a general database uh, security feature wherein you permit your resource to a specific table. You permit your resource to do a specific job. So there are predefined security roles within project operations that you can assign your resources. So I will put a link in the description of this video that will help you understand security roles better, um, and which security roles to assign to a resource. If you are just exploring, if you're trying out um, um, project operations, you can simply assign admin role or system administrator role to any resource, and that would ensure full access to that specific environment for that resource. If you have created a trial environment, trial project operation environment, the account with which you create the environment becomes a system admin by default. Once you have added the resources, go back to the settings area. In the settings area under data management, you can also import sample data. Again, if you are using project operations as a trial just to try out how the features are, you can also import sample data just to make use of that pre-existing data. Once you have configured, just click on open. You will be redirected to project operations model driven app. So since I'm using this or I've opened this a lot of times, so my browser cache has already logged me in into project operations, but you might see a screen like this wherein you have a lot of model driven apps listed. You can search for project operations, or if you simply scroll down, you can see project operations listed here. Just click on it. You will be inside the project operations app. Now, the first step, like we saw in our presentation, is setting up organization units. So under the settings change area, under organization units, you will have a default organization unit. You can choose to rename the default organization unit to any organization unit you want. For this demo, I only have a single organization unit that has um, a dollar currency associated with it and a cost price list associated with it. Every organization unit will have a cost price list associated with it. The second step is to add resources. So in the resource change area, click on resources, click on new, and you can type in any resource name. Is he an employee? Is he a contractor? What is the time zone of the resource? You can also assign organization units to specific resources. Uh, these resources will be used in your price lists. These resources will be assigned roles. These resources are basically people working, doing time entries, doing expense entries within your project operations environment. Once you have set up resources, the next step is to set up roles. So as we have already seen in depth, uh, that roles are nothing but what functions the resource performs. So I typically have a functional consultant, a project manager, a solution architect, and a technical architect role. Uh, every role has a target utilization and a billing type associated with it. Billing type is nothing but if this specific resource category or if this specific resource is if this specific role is chargeable or non-chargeable to the organization. Chargeable meaning your clients or your customers will pay for it. Non-chargeable meaning your company will incur the cost for these resources, these roles. Once your resources and roles are set up, the next step is to set up price lists. As we already discussed, every organization unit will have a cost and a sales price list associated, a cost price list associated with it, and a sales price list. So here is the cost price list. Every price list has an effective start date and an effective end date. All of your financial transactions or all of your time expense entries, all of those entries um, should be within this start and end date for this price list, or the calculation of this price list to be affected with. So every price list will have role prices. Role prices are nothing but the prices that a specific role has on that price list. So a functional consultant here has a price of $250. A project manager has a price of $200. A solution architect has a price of $300, and a technical consultant has a price of $250. Similarly, a cost price list is nothing but the prices that the role um, are costing your company. So a functional consultant costs $150, project manager costs $100, solution architect costs $200, a technical consultant costs $150. So once you have set up price lists, the next part is again in the settings change area. You go to organization unit and you make sure that your cost price list is associated with that specific organization unit. The next part is to set up your transaction categories. So here I have a specific transaction category for each expense. Like I mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation, you can have generic transaction categories like labor for time, material for materials, expense for expense, or travel, hotel, um, um any other categories you can assign or you can create based on your requirements. The next part is expense categories. As I mentioned, expense categories are nothing but a subset of your transaction category. So every expense category will have a transaction category associated with it. So I have an expense category, airline expense, that is of type expense type airline, and a transaction category, airline expenses associated with it. If we had created a transaction category, um, travel, that travel transaction category can be assigned for the airline expense. Once you have configured your expenses, your transaction categories, once your expense categories are configured, make sure that your expense categories are added on your cost and your sales price lists. So any transaction category that is applicable for this sales price list must be added in the category prices for this price list. We will talk more in detail about the impact of not adding transaction or not adding expense categories into your project price lists more in detail further in this series. Again, we come to the settings area. We select our invoicing frequency, whether you want to invoice the customer monthly, weekly, bi-weekly. You have these three options available for your invoicing frequencies. These then, your invoicing frequency then create your monthly or weekly milestones, your weekly time schedules for uh, invoicing your time and material time entries. Next step is to create calendar templates. So calendar template or work hour template is nothing but a template, templatized work hours that you can assign your resources. To create, it is ideal to have templates for each of your organization units or each of your, uh, let's say, market organizations or um, each of your business divisions. So to create a work hour template, first you need to set up a work hour for one of your resource. So you go into resources, you select a resource, you click on new work hours, you click on working hours, uh, select capacity. So what is all day and capacity? So all day meaning you can book this resource uh, only between the specified start time and end time, or this resource will be booked only between a specific start time and an end time. Capacity meaning you can't overbook this resource. So if the work hour of this resource is 8 hours, you can't book this resource for 9 hours. You can't book this resource for 10 hours. So uh, this ensures that all your bookings are accurate. If you are not understanding what bookings are, we will talk more about bookings and billing further in this series. This is just to give you a start of how project operation works or how hours or resources are managed. So you set up a date. Initially, it should be start of a year. You can set up every week. You can set up uh, how and when you want the workers to be associated to. You can select the time zone for the resource and just click save. Once you have saved, your workers will be available in this calendar in your worker. Once you have set up workers for one of your resource, you can again go to settings. You can go to calendar templates. You can create a new template. Let's say US workers. You can select that specific resource, just click save, and this becomes your template for all of the other resources. How to assign these worker templates to resources? Go back to resources, click on resources, select, click on set calendar, and you can select your worker template and click apply. Once you click apply, those workers will be applicable to that specific resource. Um, that's all you require to set up for or to begin with your project operations journey. This is a high level setup with which you can start creating your sales cycle. You can start creating leads, opportunities, codes, projects. You can start um allocating resources, uh, approving their time entries, approving expense entries. We will see all of those in the next part of the series, that is sales to billing cycle. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Thank you.